I told you I'd keep it simple, and here we are. I've cut down this spreadsheet to 5 columns and 10 rows, just so we can focus on a small piece of data. And I've called the first lesson entering stuff. Why do I say stuff? Is it unprofessional? No. When I say stuff, I mean stuff. If you take your mouse and hover it over a cell, these are called cells, these individual boxes, and then I can type a number, I can type text, I can type a date, I can type a percentage, and many, many other things. Check this out. When I'm done and I can click on these, Excel actually knows that I've typed a date. It knows that I've typed a percentage. Why? Excel is smart. You guys will learn Excel is smart. It may not do exactly what you want to do every single time, but most of the time it's very, very intuitive. Now note that when you're done typing in a cell, you can hit enter to get out of it. Another option is tab. When I hit tab, I exit the cell, except I move one cell to the right. When I hit enter, it goes down one. So entering data is just as simple as that. Let's talk about deleting stuff, just as important as entering stuff. So if I'm on my spreadsheet and I want to delete this and type something else, all I have to do is click on a cell and type something else. And it's deleted what was there before. So anytime you're on a cell and you type something, that will replace what's in the cell. Another way to delete something is if you click on it and then hit the delete key. Mine's right here. Another way to do it is to hit backspace. And when you do that, it puts the cursor in the cell so you can retype something. Now, if I were going through the spreadsheet, I would assume that if I were to delete this, I'd have a completely blank spreadsheet. Now, that may be true, it may not be. If I go to this cell, there's actually a word there. It's just in white. Now, how do you know if something is an occupied cell or not? What I do is go up here to the what's called the formula bar. As you can see there, the word is there, but it's formatted in such a way that you have to change the background in order to see it. That's kind of a trick question, but know that even if you have spaces, if I go up to the formula bar, the spaces are there. Don't let that hang you up. It's not that big a deal. It's just important to know that if there is something in the cell, you'll notice it's here in the formula bar. Let's copy, cut, and paste some stuff. If we have this word and want to cut it, we can right click. You'll notice the RMB button below the camera image of my keyboard. You'll see that I've right clicked the mouse and I'm going to go to cut. And as you can see, this is a marquee around the cell that I cut. And if I want to paste it somewhere, I can go over here, right click again, and go to the paste option. And we've cut, removed it from here, and moved it over here. I want to copy, same thing, copy, see the marquee, and you can paste. First icon right here. Instead of doing a cut and a paste, you can actually click on your cell, hover your cursor until it's over one of these edges. And if you can see, it turns from a cross to a cross that has arrows in each direction. This is the move icon. While it's in that state, I can left click, hold that down, and move. I'm holding down left click button and moving it around to another place I want to put it. Let's say right here. Another thing you could do is if you want to duplicate this hello down to say row 10, you can hover the cursor into the bottom right hand corner until you see a solid cross, no arrows. Click on that and drag down. And look, it's copied the word hello all the way down. So we have this list of animals at the zoo, and we want to take zebra and put it between gorilla and parakeet. So does that mean that we have to do this and move and then do this and over here? No, not necessarily. Instead, we can do an insert. So I'm going to right click on this zebra cell. I'm going to right click, I'm going to hit cut. Copy also works. I'm going to go to this cell right here. It's going to insert the word zebra in this cell. And it's going to ask me, do I want to shift the cells right, which would move parakeet over here? Or do I want to move it down? Shift cells down. And that inserts it in the list like we wanted it to. Now let's say that we made a mistake and we don't want zebra there. If we hit delete, it leaves a gap, right? This is why I call this lesson delete number 2. If I right click and go to delete, it asks me if I want to shift the cells left or up. So let's shift the cells up, and it closed the gap for us, essentially eliminating that cell from existence. So there's a difference between clear contents, which is essentially what the delete key does, and the delete icon, which assumes that you want to eliminate that cell. Let's make another list of animals. And for some reason, we want to insert an entire column. If you move your cursor to the columns and left click, I've highlighted all of column C. Similarly, if I'm on a cell, if I'm on a whole column, I can right click and then hit the insert button. As you can see, that inserted an entire blank column, moving everything over to the right. I could do the same with rows. I can click on any one of these rows. Say I want a gap here, right click and choose insert. Inserts a blank row. Now what if I've cut this row? If I've cut this row that's on the clipboard, I can insert that row right here. And when you insert a row, it's going to add it above the row that you've selected. So again, let's try it. Let's do a cut. This is going to paste it actually in row 6. Right click, insert cut cells. So it might also be a good time to talk about the clipboard. And if you don't know what the clipboard is, when you see a marquee, it's something in the memory that you can paste later. So let's say I've already cut this and I have the marquee, and I actually want to insert a blank entire column here. If I click on there, try to insert, it's going to say insert cut cells. It's assuming the last thing that I put on the clipboard I want to put there. So let's do that. You get unexpected results, basically. So how do you empty the clipboard? Use the escape key. Clipboard is now empty. I go up here, right click, insert, doesn't say cut cells, it just says insert. There's no marquee anywhere I can see. I'm just going to hit insert. There's a ton of nuances involved in deleting and inserting cells, rows, and columns. I don't want to go on too much. Feel free to experiment with this Zoo Animals practice sheet. So a super quick lesson about undo and redo. You'll see it right up here. This is the undo, this is the redo. Now let's say you can't find these in what's called the quick ribbon bar. If you go to File, Options, and then select Quick Access Toolbar. From there, you can choose or unchoose things. So what you're going to want to look for is redo and undo. So you put them over there, hit OK. You have the option to put it above or below this ribbon. That's below, and that's above. Let's make a mistake. We highlight all this and we press delete. Oops. It's gone, right? Nope. Go here to undo, and it will undo that. If we've done multiple deletions, you can undo several things. Now, I'm not going to get too far into keyboard shortcuts on this beginner's lesson, but Control Z, hold down Control with your pinky and tap Z with your index finger, does the same thing for undo. So just a real quick lesson on that in case you didn't know.